Hi all, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Okay. Today, we are going to discuss about error handling. So policies got over, right? Guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So error handling. So very important. For each and every project, we will implement this error handling. So can someone tell me what do you mean by error handling?
The errors which are handled by the exceptions. Some type of
Okay. See, suppose while we are working with the project, if we got some error, so what we will do? Can someone tell me?
using the exceptions.
We use exceptions, try catch exception.
By using try catch, what we will do?
By using the try, you can use the conditional catch exception. You will get instant case. Various types of exceptions.
Okay. See, in Mule 3 and Mule 4, the exception handling strategies will be completely different. Okay. So right now we are using Mule version 4, right? And approximately I can explain you, don't worry. See, in Mule 4, what will happen? Exception handling, they simplified, compared to Mule 3, in Mule 4, they simplified very much. I will show you, So policies we discussed, right? Policies enables you to enforce regulation to help manage and security, control traffic, improve adaptability of your APIs. So these are the various, types of policies. I gave link as well. So just go through that. Okay, see in real time, mostly we are going to use this client ID enforcement, sometimes rate limiting policy. Security schemes I already we used in the RAML part. Now you can see error hand. Excuse me. Error handling in Mule 4 has been very much simplified as compared to Mule 3. As I told you right just now. So compared to Mule 3, in Mule 4, they simplified very much. Okay. First, we will see in Mule 3. See, we are not going to use Mule 3 at any cost. Why I'm saying is if someone will ask you maybe in interview what is the main difference between Mule 3 and Mule 4, that time you can answer all these questions. Okay. So here types of exception strategies: mapping exception, rollback, and then choice, and then catch. There are 4 different types of exception strategies are there. Okay. And also here, if you want to throw some custom errors, so what you have to do?
Raise error.
Yes, in Mule 4 we are using rise error, but in Mule
Yes.
3 we don't have this concept, rise error concept. What will happen if you want to throw any custom errors? Guys, go on mute. So in Mule 3, if you want to throw any custom kind of errors, what you need to do, you have to write either Groovy script or JavaScript. Okay. So by using these two only, we can send the custom exception handler. See, if you want to send this, we need to learn any one of the language again, right? Either we need to write a Groovy or JavaScript. So it is very difficult for us as a MuleSoft developer. So we are integration consultants, right? So if you go with the Groovy script or JavaScript, again, it will be a bit difficult for us. So to avoid that, what they did, in Mule 4, they simplified completely all these concepts in a easier way. Let me open this. See, first of all, error handling is nothing but once we got error, what we will do? We are not going to fix that error. We are going to handle that error, right? See, suppose database, you are unable to reach the database. That time what we can do? We are not getting the any input from the database. We are not going to display anything, right? So in this scenario, we are not going to fix the database issue, correct? We are going to showcase the error according to, user understanding. Understood? I can show you practically so that you will understand. Okay. See, basically, if you'll get any exception, see, first, what will happen? We got so many errors, right? While practicing.
Yes.
See, we did not implement any exception handling strategies, correct? But still you got
Just
error in the console. How we got?
like if method
It
is
is
not
system
found,
error.
if any configuration is not properly, anything
That is
expression is
okay.
missing.
If something is missing, we are getting error, right?
Yes, but we are not handled at least till now. Just
We are getting the error.
We are fixing the errors, like checking the
How we are
configuration,
getting the
everything.
error? How we are getting the error? That is my question. See, the moment you miss port number or something, some configuration details you missed, immediately in the console it will show the error, right?
Yes.
Did we implement any error handling strategy?
No.
But then
Because
how we are
whatever,
getting?
because whatever the data you have written, which has been not mismatched based upon the software, then
That is okay.
it
But
reflects,
how we are? My question is, how we are getting that kind of error? We are not implementing any error handling strategy up to now, correct?
It is system generated errors.
because
No, whatever
already
it may be, whether it is system generated error or some XYZ reason. Can you see here?
Default
Error
error handler.
we are using the error handler.
Very good. So here I got the answer. See, even though if you are not able to fix any kind of error handling here, what will happen? Mule will have default error handler. Okay. See, that is what I wrote here. Very, very important, this one. See, basically, if I'll get any exception, it will check in the local error handler. Whether local error handler means whether are we configured anything or not here in the local error handler. So we did not configure anything. See, if I didn't catch any logic to catch that exception, then Mule default error handler comes into the picture. Okay. It will stop the execution of the process and it will lock the info in the console. This is what we are getting, right? So here what will happen? By default, error handling will be there in the Mule. First, what it will do? It will check in the local error handler. If any logic which we implemented or not, it will check first. If it will not find anything, then what will happen? Okay, nothing is there here. So let me proceed from my end. So then this MuleSoft, it is going to stop the execution of that entire process, and it will log the info in the console. Okay. So let me explain you in Mule 4 what are all the different types of operations available in Mule 4. So in Mule 4 we have different types of strategies: on error continue, on error propagate, okay, and then rise error, global error handler, and then rise error. Okay. So the name itself, it is saying on error continue. On error continue means even though if we are getting any kind of error, what will happen? It will stop the execution of the process. Okay. And then it will move to the next component. First, it will catch the exception. Let me show you. See, if there is any error in the flow or application where on error continue, it will catch the error, execute the error logic. Okay. And then continue with the next component onwards. Even though, see, in middle, okay, one second. In middle, we got some error. Okay. Imagine in the database, here I got error. Okay. If I implement on error continue here in the try catch block, what will happen? It will catch the exception, it will execute the error logic, and it will move to the next component. That means this transform message also it will print. Logger also it will print. That is the advantage of on error continue. Why? Because if something goes wrong here, if we stop here, the remaining components will not be executed. Maybe some other flows will be there. That flows you wrote very well. Okay. In that scenario, if you stop here, whatever you implemented, everything you cannot see, right? So that's why if you use on error continue, what will happen? Wherever the error will come, it will catch the error, execute the error logic, and it will move to the next component onwards. Okay. Next, on error propagate. On error propagate also almost same, little difference is there. Suppose here, same place, we got error. So whenever we got error here, what will happen? It will catch the error, it will execute the error logic, and it will not move to the next component. Understood?
It will stop your flow completely.
It will stop your entire flow here itself, and it is saying that it will give the response as 500. Okay. In on error continue, what will happen? Even though if you are getting error, it will show the success message. That is called 200. Understood? Very, very important. In interview also, they may ask you this question. Okay. So today what I'll do, I am going to explain you this error handling very easiest way. Okay. And then I am going to assign some task to you. You have to implement it. After that, what I will do, I'm going to check some couple of videos, okay, related to error handling. I can share those videos with you later. Okay, not immediately. I need to check with it. That is advanced level. Okay. And I can give you some tasks that you have to perform it. Then only you can understand the flow. Now you can understand the flow, but this error handling you can implement many ways. Like according to our business requirement, we need to do many ways. Okay. First, if you want to implement that, you need to know the basic. First of all, what is on error continue? What is on error propagate? What is rise error? What is global error handler? Everything you have to learn it. Okay. See, if you want to just, go through some Google or YouTube also, like you will not get the proper explanation. What they will do, directly they will create the flow and they will show you. They will not show you from scratch. Understood? See, if you find like this, very basic converts, if someone will explain, you just share with me that link or anything, YouTube link or Google link, anything you can share with me. I will have a look. Up to now, I didn't see. Okay. So now, first here, what I will do, let me explain you the requirement. Okay. First, I will take this listener, which is going to listen the request. Then simply I'm keeping one logger. Then I take one database. Okay. In the database, what I will do in the configuration itself, I will provide invalid username and password. Okay. So the moment I provide it here, immediately I may get error, right? So from there we will start. Okay. Now see here, step one, provide the wrong username in the DB configuration. So that what will happen? You will get the error, that is system generated error. Understood? This system generated error, end user is not able to access something, right? He is not able to understand, right? What is this error? Here what will happen? We are not going to fix the error. Here we are going to handle the error. So how we are going to handle this error? I'll take one try catch block. Okay. So this configuration I can show you. Okay. So here, let me take one brand new project. Let me create it. See here. Okay. Guys, go on mute. Okay. So here I need to do some configuration. 8081 error. Okay. Now I'll take one logger. There is no use with the logger, simply it. Okay. Next. See, the moment you drag and drop this database, it came here. And in the form.xml also it will add. Okay. Now here we need to do some connector configuration. Mysql. So configure is there, right click. Localhost. What was the port number?
3306.
306.
Very good. Can someone type it for me? Thank you. Okay. 3306. Username is
Root.
root. Password I am giving invalid password. Okay. On the database, I gave like this. Let me click on this. Okay. Now insert into. Okay. I did not write in a complete thing. Okay. This is done, right? Next here, what I'll do, I'll take one transform assets. Okay, whatever I'm getting here, that I want to convert into JSON format. JSON. Here I am writing payload. Okay. Then I'll take one logger. Okay. Now let me run this project. See here, I did not implement any error handling mechanism, even though I am getting some error.
Here my question is this, sir. What is that 3306? Is that example of what?
That is the port number for a database, MySQL.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, it is deployed. Now I come back here. Localhost colon 8081 slash error, right? So now I'll clear this console. If I hit this, I may get error. Can you see? Cannot get a connection for the URL JDBC something. So the moment as a MuleSoft developer, we will understand, correct? But the end customer, if he hit this, he is not able to understand, correct?
Right.
So user, he is not able to understand this. Okay. Here anyhow we are getting this error. Okay. As a MuleSoft developer, what we can do, we can fix this error. We can see this and we can fix this. But if you want to send some custom message to the user, so end user always he need to understand this, like what he is getting, what he is giving the input, and what is the response he is getting, correct? So for that, here I'll take this example and let me explain you. Okay. So see here you will get the error, that is system generated error. Here we are not going to fix the error, we are going to handle the error. Next, what we will do, take the try catch block, right click on the DB, wrap in, and they select try. So here, see this configuration, you can do it in two ways. See, whatever I wrote here, you can go with this approach. Take a try, right click on the DB, wrap it. This option you can do it, or simply what you can do, you can type try. See, just drag and drop, you will get like this. The moment you took try, automatically error handling came. Now what you can do, simply you can keep the database here. Okay, this is one approach. Okay, this is a normal usual approach. Second approach is just right click on this, wrap in, try block. Same you will get it. Understood? These two ways you can do that. Even if you want to make your flow async also, directly right click, wrap in, async. This already explained you, right? Async for each, parallel for each, all you can use.
Here, what is the wrapping?
Sorry,
What is wrapping?
this is the option. Okay.
Okay.
So if you select wrap in, you will get all these scopes at options automatically. Whatever the scope you selected, that will be applied for that component. Why this is taking time? Okay, right click, wrap in, try block. See, earlier also same, right? Let me show you. Both are same or different? Same only, right?
Same.
Yeah, these two ways, any one you can implement it. Let me delete this. Okay. Now in the error handling part, I took try block. So here error handling is there, right? Here we need to handle this. Okay. So here we can apply on error continue and as well as on error propagate. Okay. So here what I will do, I will take on error propagate first. See, drag and drop the on error propagate into the try block error handler. Okay. So just type error here. Okay. In this error, take on error propagate. What is on error propagate?
It will stop execute the flow.
Very good. So type, you just come here, select the DB connectivity. Okay. Hit enter.
Here we can use any as well, right, sir?
Any also you can use.
Okay.
Because any means like it will allow all kind of errors. Correct. Here we know very well, like error came, because of that connectivity issue. So that's why I
Okay.
selected. Even if you use any also, there is no wrong in that. Okay, nothing wrong in that.
So take any based upon the requirement, by default it will take, sir.
See, if you give any means, if you don't know what kind of error you receive, okay, in that scenario, you can go with any.
Sir, please can you repeat what is on error propagate?
See, on error propagate means, see, suppose if we are getting error in the, suppose in this component, we got this error. Okay. Here only we got error, right?
Yes.
So if you use on error propagate, what will happen? So whatever the error we got it here, it will catch the error and it will execute the error logic and it will not move to the next component. That means transform message will not be executed here. Understood? That is on error propagate. Instead of this on error propagate, if you use on error continue, what will happen? Even though if we get any error here, it will catch the error, it will execute the error logic and it will move to the next component. That means transform message will execute, logger will execute, at the end it will print success message 200. But whereas in case of on error propagate, it will throw 500 errors. What I will do, so still if you are not able to understand what I'll do, I'm going to run this application in the debugging mode so that you can understand very easily. Okay.
So, sir, on error propagate, it will come back to the listener and stop execute from there.
No, here only it will stop again.
Okay, here only. Okay.
Here we are giving the request. Okay. Based on this, it will come here and again it will come here. So here, if it will find error here, it will stop here itself.
Okay.
It will not move to the next. It will throw the error message here itself.
Okay.
But whereas on error continue, if you use here, what will happen? It will catch the error, execute the logic, and it will move to the next component. That means transform message will print, logger also it will print. Understood? Next, rise error. If you want to, keep error intentionally in your project, we can go with this. Okay. Okay. Next. Okay. Here what we'll do, click on the error propagate, select the DB connectivity. This is done. Next, drag the transform message. So we need to add this our custom message. What is this custom message? So end user is not able to access, right? So that we can write it in a understandable format. Okay. So here I'll take one more transform message. There it is. Come here. Okay. So JSON Okay, let me paste it here. Error message. Please check your internet connection. So the moment I wrote this, message, user is able to understand very easy, right? See, this is just sample purpose I wrote. Please check your internet connection. Okay. So here you can write according to your business requirement. You can write any message. Server was busy. Okay. Suppose when you are making, phone pay or Google Pay transactions, we are getting some kind of error, right? What was the error?
Transaction failed, something.
Connection failed. No,
Technical
no.
issues.
Transaction failed, yeah, something.
Transaction failed. We got it. Suppose many people are accessing at a time. So that what will get?
Server busy kind of.
Busy, it will come busy.
Access
Yeah.
denied, access denied.
Try later.
Yeah.
Try later.
So they are not, showcasing actual system message to the user, correct? They
Means
are
we can say
showing,
this is a business error, right? In the
yes, yes.
rise error. Okay.
So like this, I wrote this. Please check your connection. See now here, what is the error we got it? This is right. This is the error which we received. But the moment I configure this, so user will get this kind of error. So that user, he is able to understand very easily. Got it? Any questions you can ask me now.
So whatever you are specifying the error, what you are facing, so that thing will be given.
Your voice is bit low.
Secure connection will come in Postman, right, sir?
Yes, yes, you are right. Okay. And not only that purpose, I want to show you how this on error propagate will work here. That is my intention. Okay. So parallelly, I am showing this as well. Got it?
Do we have to write the custom message or the client will?
Correct. Here we are not going to fix the issue. We are going to handle the issue. Understood?
Whatever you are writing in the error message, that will be concerned.
Yeah,
whatever
that will print in the, yes, that will print in the Postman. Postman means someone is able to hit this URL, right? See, this URL, they will, the moment they will hit it, they will get this kind of message so that they can understand there will be some problem with the connection. Okay. Now, click on the listener. See, by default, response will be different. We need to change this. Responses, if you go down, see, here text are plain, right? Here we are going to use application JSON. Instead of this error description, we just write it like this. Okay, just remove this. That's it. Now, let me save this. Again, it is deploying. So started app. Let me clear this console. I come back here. If I hit the send button, see, please check your internet connection. So that every user, they can understand very easily. So instead of giving system generated error, we can send our own message. Okay. Now here we used on error propagate, right? Let me show you how on error propagate works. I'll add a breakpoint here. I'll stop this project. Right click, debug the project. So here, this is the easiest and best way to understand what is on error continue, on error propagate. Okay, once you guys are familiar with this, okay, you can play with this. You can take, number of subflows. In subflow, if you get error, what you will do. In main flow, if you get error, what you will do. So everything, so you can learn easily. I think I have 1 or 2 videos. Okay, everything I explained in Telugu. Okay, what I'll do, I'll recheck today. If it will be there, I can send it to you. Okay, my application is deployed. Now, if I go to the Postman, if I hit the send button, okay, sending the request, it will come here. So, what this breakpoint will do, it will stop the execution of the process here. Now, what is the next step?
Click on next processor.
Very good. If I click on the next processor, what will happen?
It will print the whatever in logger.
Okay. So it got printed and it came to try block. Next, if I click the next processor, where it will go?
It will stop.
Below transfer message. and
On
answer.
error propagate directly to transfer.
No, it will go to the try block, right?
Yes.
See, click on it, it will go to the inside this try block. Okay. Now, if we click on the next processor, what will happen? So error will be there. It will catch the error, right? Next, it will execute the error logic here. Next, it will go to the transform message. See, transform message, it will catch the error logic and it will execute the error logic. See, here it got executed. We got the message saying that invalid credentials. Now, what will happen if I click on the next processor?
To transfer message.
It will go to transform message or not?
No,
Stop
it
the
will
process.
stop.
No, it will stop.
Very good. It will stop. Why? Because on error propagate, what it will do? It will catch the error, it will execute the error logic, and it will stop the execution of the process. At the end, it will display the error message as 500. Okay, now still we are not getting the output here. Why? Because the moment you click on the next processor, it will stop. See, it came out. Again, click on the next processor, it will stop. See, it got stopped. Now, if we come back here, you can see, please check your internet connection. You got error response 500. Okay. Understood?
Yes. In the real time, sir, see the scenario is that if you suppose if you want to stop from there onward, okay, their processor onward, then only we can use it on propagate, right?
Yes, correct.
Suppose
See,
if
sometimes
the-
what will happen? So let me tell you like scenarios. See, maybe like your processing, like you designed application saying that like if somewhere error will come immediately, you have to stop the entire process. You should not move further. In that scenario, we can go with this on error propagate. Okay. Sometimes what will happen? You have designed multiple flows. Here we have only one flow, single flow, correct? So what will happen after this? You kept one flow reference. Okay. And that flow reference, you created one subflow. That subflow you created, you designed very well. Okay. Then what will happen? So it should go to the that corresponding flow. In this scenario, see, if you fail here itself, so whatever you implemented, that you will not come to know, right? Whether that was working fine or not. So in that scenario, you can go with this on error continue. On error continue means even though if you got any error, what will happen? It will not stop the process. It will print that error and it will move to the next component or nodes. Okay. Now, see, on error propagate, you understood, right? Now what I'll do, I will explain on error continue. See, for on error continue, we don't want to do any changes. See, on error continue I took. So connectivity also same, I will select DB. Like how we implemented. Okay, whatever the transform message is there, I'll drag and drop here. And I am going to remove this propagate. Okay. See, first way I drag this. If I directly delete, what will happen? Again, I need to take on error continue. Again, I need to take transform message. So instead of that, first I kept here and then I deleted. So now you guys tell me, if I run this application, what is the output I'll get?
200.
Very good. 200 we will get. Yeah, this is very, very important and valid point. Okay. When you are dealing with on error continue, always you will get, even though if you have error, you will get success message only. Okay. On error propagate means if any error will be there, you will get always 500. You will not get the success response. This you have to explain to the interviewer. Okay. Now I'll click on this send. I will come back here. So flow came here and it got stopped here. Next, where it will go?
Try insert.
Try block it will go. Okay. It will print whatever it was there. Next, what it will print? It will go to the inside this try block. It went here. And if any error will be there, it will catch the error. Okay. It got catch. Error was there. And it will execute the error logic here in the transformer. So it got executed. So up to now, guys, go on mute. Gautami, Helen, go on mute. Thank you. Okay. See, up to now, the procedure will be same for on error continue and as well as on error propagate, right? Now, the moment if I click on the next processor, what will happen?
It will move to transform message.
Perfect. Why? Because we are using on error continue. So that's why even though if we got error, it will move to the next component. See, it came here. And then if I click on this logger, it will go there. And if I click on this, it will print the 200 messages in the console. Let me come back here. Can you see? 200 success messages. Understood?
Yes.
Yes.
But here you can see same thing, it got printed. Please check your internet connection. Understood? So this is how on error continue and on error propagate will work. Any questions here in on error continue and on error propagate? This is very, very important. Not only see, sometimes they may forget to ask you in interview, but in the real time for each and every project, we will implement this. Okay. Even though if you are not getting error also, we have to implement on error continue and propagate. Okay.
Sir, can you just show how to keep this type DB connectivity once again?
Okay.
Please?
Okay, no problem.
And one more thing, it's a type is DB connected, it's mandatory field.
No, it's not like this. It's not a mandatory. You can keep anything. But here I use database, right?
Yes, correct. But in transfer message manually you are writing.
That you see, instead of this DB connectivity, see, can you see here? Type is there, right? DB connectivity. Click on the search bar, you will get this option. Okay.
Can you leave the blank?
Yes. You can keep it as any. If you select any, whatever the error you will get, it will apply. Now, what I'll do, I'm going to save this. Earlier, I gave DB connectivity. Now I selected any. Now, even though if I run this, it will deploy. See, any already we discussed in the RAML also, right? Data types we discussed, type integer, boolean, string. In one real-time API, I used any. Any means it will allow any data type over there, right? Here, if I use any means, if any error will come, okay, it will treat it. Even if it is database error or transaction error, anything. What kind of error possibilities will be there? All it will accept. Now, let me clear this. Again, if I click on this one, I come back, see, it is working. Next to processor, it will go to the inside. It will go to transform message. It will move to the next to processor. See, it will print. It will execute. If we come here, you can see 200. Understood? So
Yes, sir.
here
Thank you.
you can set it up. Type you can set it up.
The types are actually you means ki, see, suppose here only database, okay, some other connector also there, means that is possible things, possible related error that will come in the types, right?
Yes,
But
yes,
all
correct.
the, yes.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Okay.
If I put it in other process, it will,
It will show the different. See,
okay.
in the database, whatever the possible options will be there, all it is showing. Can you see here? SQL syntax error, bad syntax. If you write any bad syntax, you can select this option, or DB connectivity, this query execution. Okay, retry adjusted, expression, stream maximum. Suppose if you are getting error related to SAP, not in the database, SAP or AWS, that possible errors it will display here. You have to select that. Okay. If you don't know exactly which one you have to use, in this scenario, what you can do, you can select any. See, in SAP, if you use SAP connector, what will happen? SAP connector options will be different. Okay. If you don't know exactly what was the error type, in that scenario, better practice, you can select any, so that it will fetch all. Understood? Then, if any error will come related to SAP, it will handle this. Understood? This is the best way they designed, in such a way. We can, system can understand very easy.
What if I select wrong error type?
Nothing will happen. See, if you know exactly, see here I got a DB connectivity issue. Okay, one second. Any is there, right? Let me remove it. If you select the query exit or expression, you can select. Okay, we are not writing any expression, right? So that's why if you don't know exactly what was the error, what is the error type, okay. Now let me clear this console. So I will always select any. That is the came here. See, it is not printing here.
Okay, present user to the database.
Why? Because I did not write any kind of expression, right? Understood? So that's why if you don't know the exactly what is the error type, if you don't know that, so simply you can select any. So that, yeah, by default, it will check all these conditions, right? Earlier, I know that saying that it is a connectivity problem because intentionally I gave wrong password, right? So that's why I'm not able to access the database. So that's why I selected DB connectivity issue. Okay. Even sometimes maybe some other developer, they design this project. I want to implement error handling for this. Okay. If I don't know, like if I'm not able to execute step by step, what will happen directly? If he selected this database directly, simply I'll select any. So that if he done some mistake with the expression or retry mechanism or query execution, anything, any error will come. If I select any, what will happen? Automatically, it will give the output. Okay, that's why I showed you two ways. Any I used, and then error type instead of this any. If you know the error type, directly you can select that DB connected. Both scenarios I executed, it got to working fine, right? So this is how we can use on error continue and on error propagate. Okay, here I am giving two tasks for you. One is how to implement error handler. See, the error handler I kept here, right? So what you have to do, you have to create this globally. Okay, global means you have to take separate one more flow. Right click, file, mule configuration XML, global error handler. Try to create like this. Okay, here you can take global error handler. Take this error handler. In this global error handler, whatever you are using, whether you are using on error continue, on error propagate, you can keep it here. And from here you have to call this. Wherever is there, that you can call it. How to do this? This is the task. Okay, this you have to implement it. Okay. That is one thing. That is task number one. You remember, right? Next, task number two is we created, types of flows, right? Main flow, subflow, private flow. Imagine this is main flow. Similarly, you can create a one more subflow. Okay. In subflow, if we got error, how we need to handle it? If we got error in private flow, how we need to handle it? If we got error in the main flow, already explained. Remaining true, you can try it. Okay. And what I will do, I am going to check, few videos. One is advanced level, another one is basic level. Whatever the task I gave, right? Second task that I already explained to some other batch very first time in Telugu. So if possible, I'll try to get that videos and I can share with you. Okay.
You have it in English too?
English I do have. I will check and I'll provide that one as well. Okay.
Thank you.
Apart from this, I do provide some advanced level concept videos. 1 second. I kept it in my YouTube channel, but it was private. Error handling. Somewhere it will be there. I will check and I can provide. I'll make it as a public, okay, so that everyone can see that. Okay.
Sir, now we are in error handler part actually. So there is a two questions, sir. If you can answer each one. Suppose we have a 3 API here. Okay, 3 listener is different listeners. Okay. So if something has happened, so how you have to find out the error? Which listener is showing the errors?
So see, immediately it will show the error, right? Where we are getting the error exactly. See, suppose this is one listener.
Okay.
Like this, in the object store, I created 6 or 7 listeners. Remember?
Object store, yes.
Object store contains fetch
retry
all keys, retry all keys, like this. So wherever error will be there, it will show, right? Immediately it will display in the console, right? Accordingly, we can move that. But in real time, we are not going to use, this many listeners. What we will do, we are going to import that RAML to the studio so that we will get one API kit router. Okay,
yes.
It is going to reroute the request. Now, wherever the error will occur, it will stop the execution of the process. From there, we can find out.
From there we go. Okay.
Yeah. What is the next question?
Next one is, see, suppose I have 2 DB actually. Okay. System A, system B.
Okay.
If I'm inserting the data, okay, in the 2 system. So one system has got successful, second system is got failed. So I want to roll back all that. I don't want to, insert the second one as well.
Okay. So first of all, if you want to go with this approach,
Okay.
what component or connector we will use?
For this approach, for independently, I'll use scatter getter, but independently is not here actually.
See,
So
if
I'll
you
parallel-
want to connect with the two systems at a time, what will
Okay.
happen? You have to always, you can go with the scatter gather. So
Yes.
imagine if you keep scatter gather here, okay.
Okay.
Okay. So imagine this
Okay.
is the one database, this is other database. Imagine
Right.
in this database, you successfully inserted all records. Here somehow it got failed.
Failed.
Okay. Now your question is, you want to retrieve only this? You want to stop this, or you want to roll back all this?
No, roll back all this because I don't want to insert the second as well. If one got failed, so I want to roll back which I already inserted in the one.
Okay. For that you have to write, just query. Okay. That query I will check and I'll send it to you. Okay.
Okay. There is
And
some,
also,
I actually tried to find out this in Google also, but I got this question. So term transaction is there, except transaction different part, huh, sir?
correct.
I-
Except transaction is different.
Okay.
Okay. And one more thing, question you may get like this. Okay.
Yes.
Recently one guy got interview question saying that, okay, he's okay. Let me ask you same question in different way. Okay. Suppose he is getting, some 50,000 records from the source. Okay. So that he want to convert from, imagine he is getting some JSON data. Okay.
Okay.
So, but target system, it is expecting, that into XML maybe, or
Okay.
DW language. Okay. At the same time, he want to process all the records at a time. And if 2 or 3 records will fail, what will happen? He need to send an email to the client or someone. Okay. And
Okay.
same, more than 3 records will fail, what will happen? He need to roll back the transactions. So how we are going to achieve this?
So entire transaction we have to roll back.
Correct.
Triple. Okay.
Yeah, this is the question they ask. See, if I ask like this, you guys will think, okay, he is asking some real-time scenario. And all. Nothing. Already we discussed, right? So if you want to process some records, maybe we are going to use this file connector, correct? So by using this file connector, what we will do, they will keep one location. We are going to fetch all the records, correct? The moment we fetch, what we will do by using this transform message, we are going to convert that entire from JSON to whatever the format, XML.
Yes.
That we will convert it. After that, what we need to do here, we need to process that 50,000 records. So
Okay.
if you want to process 50,000 of records, what is the approach?
Batch processing.
Processing.
So here we have to use a batch process. Again, in batch processing, what will happen? What is my requirement? If more than 2 records will fail, what will happen? We need to roll back that. So that you have to set up the condition. So if you use a batch processing, there you will get option in one second.
Exception.
Accept policy, that will be there, but let me take this batch. So can you see here? Max failed record 0. If you select this max field record 0 means what will happen? Even if one record will fail, it will stop the execution of the process. If you provide instead of 0, if you provide -1, what will happen? Instead of the 0, if you provide -1, what will happen? Even if 1000 records will fail, it will not stop the process. In our requirement, 2 records, right? We have to set up 2 here. If more than 2 will fail, what will happen? It will stop the process. It will not at all go to the database. Understood? We need to design like this. Okay.
But we have to roll back actually all the data.
Yes, that's what. See, if we write the condition, remaining records will not go, right? See,
Okay.
see, this will be probability. Maybe first 2 records may be failed,
Mhm.
right? In that scenario, third record will not go, correct?
Okay.
Now, maybe another probability, 25th record may be failed here. After that, 250 record will be failed. In this scenario, P records already, it went to the next process,
Batch.
right?
Yes.
So that directly we will not insert into the database. So you have to design your system like this. So what we will do first, we are going to send all the success records to batch step 1. Okay.
Yes.
Second, you can take one more batch job. Okay. There you can write only failed records. See, suppose. Okay. Here batch step is there, right? So here you can see no failure records. That means only success. All 50K success records will get here. Okay. Once you receive to the batch, you can take one more batch job. Okay. Saying that you can take it here and you can set up in the aggregator. Okay. Here only failure records. That means only failure records you can take it over here. Okay. You should not process. You can keep it here itself. Only failure records you can keep. Failure records you will get it here. Then what you have to do? You have to take
SMTP.
very good SMD mail connector. You can keep it. You can send it. Guys, I'm getting some Harish gone. Okay. So like this, you can design your application such a. Okay. See, whatever the concepts I explained, each and everything I explained individually. Okay. Based on the business requirement, we have to add all these concepts so that it will become one project. See, this is also one project, right? Same you can explain to the interviewer. Okay. See, in the source end, in the source, they may ask you what is your source and target in your project. Okay. Just tell them in my okay, in my project, my source is FTP. Whatever the records will be there, that they are going to keep in the one location SFTP. By using this SFTP, I can read that and I can keep it in my local, and then based on that file size, I'm going to use whether I can go with the batch processing or for each or parallel for each. Okay. From there, failed records will be there. Everything can set up. And here, one more thing, very, very important question. They may ask you like this. This one. What is the batch block size? Here, by default, we will have batch block
100.
size is 100. They may ask you, what is the default batch block? The batch process. Okay.
In
Just
the file connector, can we use batch job if you have bulk data in the file? How we can achieve
File
this?
connector you cannot use, right? You see,
Okay.
file connector, what we will do, whatever the records will be there, that we need to fetch it. That's it.
Okay. So for bulk is there is no other process. We have to
No.
follow the same.
Same, correct.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. This is how you need to answer to the interview.
Okay.
See, after completion of your course, what you can do, you can Google it some scenarios, or you can attend some interviews. Okay.
Yes, sir. After attending interview, only you will get the scenario.
Yeah. That's what you attended a couple of interviews.
Yes, 2 interviews. Here, and one more thing, here an error handler. See, this is a flow level error handler we are handling here. Okay, and the code level, how you can achieve that in XML? We are doing this in configuration file.
See, code level means like code level means exactly.
Code level means see in the we are doing in configuration XML file XML. So we are removing the error in like. So how to handle that in code level? From here.
Okay, here.
Yes.
No, like here also same procedure. Like how we are going to write here. If you know the XML, you can write it here.
Okay.
Okay, same procedure. So there is no difference. See, you don't want to touch with this code level. Why? Because if you are familiar with this, XML, then only you can go with this. And also it is very difficult. It may consume your time to do this. See, suppose if I want to add one more extra logger, first thing you have to understand where you want to keep that logger. first you need to understand this entire code. Okay. See, suppose I want to, keep logger here after this send. Okay. Simple way, directly what I'll do, I'm going to drag and drop here. Okay. See, the moment I drag and drop, automatically it will create here. See. But if you want to write this code, first you need to understand where you want to keep this. You have to go through all this entire. It will be difficult, right? So better don't use this configuration XML code wise. Always you can go with this GUI.
Sir, just drag it one file connector. There is a one strategy, sir, actually, to per bulk insert in the file actually. Repeat something is there.
Where?
Just read operation. Just put it. Read. There, just open it in advance. Something is there. So repeat strategy, because I got this question there in advance. Just check it in memory. See, this is streaming.
Streaming means like
That I want to know.
if your file will have millions of records. Okay. That time we have to set up this streaming.
Yes. Right.
Okay. In this scenario, you can you can select what
Streaming strategy. Yes. Repeatable file store. That
repeatable streaming strategy.
Yes.
By default, it will be repeatable, non-repeatable, repeatable. Like this, you can select. Okay. Even in the transform message, see, suppose if you are getting millions of records, okay, all millions of records load, this transform message is not able to handle. Understood? Okay. This will accept you, I think, below 2000 records only in the transform message. Again, we have to use, this streaming concept on. Okay. So now what you guys can do, try to attend as much of so many interviews you can attend. Okay. If you are not confident, don't keep, I will tell you at the end of the class how you need to keep resume, how you need to attend interviews. I can help you. See, easily you will get the jobs. Okay. I can help you to get the jobs. Okay. Try to practice this. Okay. And implement this. And tomorrow.
Small question here.
Yeah, go on.
In error handle, like continue error handle, right?
Yes.
So even though in try only we are getting the predefined error message, why it is continuing?
Sorry, that is the functionality of on error continue. Even though if you are getting the error, what will happen? It will catch the error. It will print that error logic here. Then it will move to the next process.
We are getting the message here only now. Why it is needed?
Because other guys, they need to implement, right? After that, I do have so much of things to do that. Okay.
Got it.
Yeah. So that is the purpose. Okay. Maybe see, after this, immediately you kept one flow reference. Okay. There you will get one more entire flow. That flow you created
for sub flows and all.
Correct. So for that purpose. See, this is the duty of on error continue. Okay. Okay, guys, we'll catch up tomorrow.
One more thing, Isha, like, can you please download this video and quickly upload it so that it will be helpful for us like, to watch the same video.
Sure. Today I'll upload it in YouTube.
Thanks.
Okay. Sir, but still we are facing that classroom video, sir. Honestly, you are saying that you just upload.
Forget about 9th batch videos. What happened,
Batch 3 also.
Okay, let me show you in front of you. See, whatever the recorded sessions will be there. If I open, 1 second. See, like without intimation, he directly deleted all the recordings. Can you see here? If I click on this, see, I could see hardly 14 videos. Okay, remaining he deleted. So that's why I gave access to third batch. Why I gave third batch? Even I can provide 8th batch or 7th batch. In third batch, I took many classes, almost 40 sessions are there. So that's why I provided that videos to you. So
Third
now,
batch also, sir. That's why I'm saying in third batch only we are unable to. Some of the I think got it, some of we are not getting. That is
no, it's not like that. Maybe like, all videos, they give access to everybody. People who share their mail IDs, I made a note, I gave it to them. They can access. See, suppose you just
Why
tell me
is
like
join?
what and all the classes you are not able to access, their number will be there, right? Okay. See, suppose Arvind is not able to access 2 videos. What you can do, you can text me to my personal number. Okay. Don't keep in the group. Maybe Ramesh is not able to access only 1 video, so that he can text to me. So maybe
Before best part was that we can able to watch in YouTube also. Now only we have to watching in Zoom only.
not in Zoom. Zoom, it was not there, right? See, Zoom already removed. If they removed in Zoom only, so that's why we are facing issue.
In batch 3, they are added like some other videos in between also.
No. Like whatever will be there, entire thing they provided access to you. I think you just go through this. See, all 40 videos will be there, right? You just go through one, just play it, whether you are able to access or not. If you are not able to access, just write class number 15, class number 19. I am not able to access. Okay. And then you can provide your mail ID. I can convey to the institute guy. He can provide access. If suppose one guy he is not able to access entire classes, I may provide permission again. Okay.
Better to try all the videos and randomly and check the number which is not accessible just to
Correct.
give you privately.
These
so
are
that
the
we
videos
can...
I checked in like studio. These are the sequence actually.
Okay.
From 13 onwards, studio was started.
Okay.
Like,
This and all you are
mentioning
not
the
able
names.
to access?
No. So I'm mentioning the names, like what are the topics.
See, he already posted. Can you please post same in the group?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So this is the actual order. Okay. Whatever, he posted, same order. You just play the video, whether it is opening or not. See, if it is not able to open that video, please check. The moment you logged in with the YouTube also you have to provide same login. Okay. See, here I joined as a MuleSoft by Bhargav Reddy. Okay. I gave same mail ID to the institute so that I can access. If you give this mail ID, if you are trying to access with other account, you are not able to access. Video, it will show private. Understood? Okay, this you just recheck and you just let me know so that accordingly I will provide.
One help. So at least from today's class, can you upload it in YouTube
Yeah.
so that we don't miss it?
Today, definitely 100% I can upload and I can share with you. Okay.
Yeah, okay, sir.
So
Thank you.
policy class also
22nd
not
class also,
uploaded.
sir. 22nd and
I think that got deleted. 1 second. 22nd, right?
yeah, 22nd class is not there.
Okay. Evala. 7:30. Okay. I downloaded just now. This is policies, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I can provide.
DW also, sir. DW also. 7th Fab on that videos. 7th.
See, that and all it was not there. Just now I showed you, right? Only 10 videos will be there. 10 means 10 o'clock advanced session will be there. See, just now I downloaded this. And once I close this, again, I may get one more recording. These two I can share today itself. Okay, maybe after half an hour.
I'm getting invitation not found. He sent one invitation that VRL training. So there is showing invitation not found.
I can share his number. You can talk to him. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, sir.
Okay, we'll
Thank
catch
you.
up.